It's about time for another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight, a fun one on tap for us. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Baltimore Ravens.
The Ravens!
Is out and about ready to send this one away. And the NFL on EA Sports is underway. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. Steering the ship, approaching a decade now in the NFL, the former #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield.
Baker's just one of these guys. I guess spark plug, Kate, honestly. Like spark plug just comes to my mind as he sparked his career, really turning it around after being cut and traded. And every time he takes the field, it's must-see TV.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Bucs have the first.
And the Buccaneers.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And they're going to pitch it out to Irving. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on second down.
Man in motion out of the slot. Working on second down. Baker. Thrown for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing third down.
Yeah, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Baker now. That's McMillan with the catch out left. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short, so they expect a punt coming up here on fourth down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Bucs getting set up to punt now on fourth down. On comes Riley Dixon. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
One thing that's pretty cool is I actually got to call Lamar's very first game as a starter in Louisville versus Florida State from the...
His first throw is an interception. And the Buccaneers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
So the Buccaneer offense getting out there for their second drive. On first down, they're going to run with Irving. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
All set now, 1st and 10. Motion to receiver left. Going to the ground again on first. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up second down. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock, continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
Here's Mayfield on second. This one's caught. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you can see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. Then, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
So now here's 3rd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback. You could scramble for the first.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Rasheen Ali on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Here comes the Ravens offense, Brock, as we take a look at their coordinator, Declan Doyle. He's got his group ready, now focused on what the first few plays of this drive are going to hold. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Jackson throwing here. Andrews has it, working downfield. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. The deep pass comes up big. 32 yards.
1st and 10.
It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Lamar off the play fake. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And they're going to corral him out of bounds here. They're giving up about 6 yards on that play.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. The lateral goes haywire, live ball. And the Buccaneers scoop it up. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he will take it back. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great return out of him. Makes a great play into one of our game's biggest highlights with that touchdown.
Yeah, some serious running back skills right there for a linebacker who doesn't get too many chances to show out like that. The only time we normally see him at top speed, Kate, is when he's running down a ball carrier. But to put that ball in his hands, he wasn't going to be denied.
McLaughlin with the extra points. And they take a 10-0 lead here in our first quarter.
Buccaneers 10, Ravens nothing.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Escapes a defender. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. It's a 10-0 ball game. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They start out with a 2nd and 3. It's Henry on the counter. He stops here, gain of about 7. And that's going to bring up a Ravens first down.
We see it and hear it all the time. For receivers, their favorite moment is just to go up over a DB and make a play. And for these running backs, there is nothing that beats slamming right through a tackle and getting that first down.
So first down from the 41. Another run for Henry. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down. A great read by the defense there. They attacked and they found that runner quick.
You look up run blitz by a linebacker.
Yeah.
That is in the dictionary right there.
There it is. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Running once more with Henry. Past midfield to the 45. And he's down to the 42-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. You want to get that century mark. That's a number that running backs are proud of, and stacking runs like that will sure help.
Play fake, Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
1 yard gain.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Big chunk picked up on that play, over 20, and it gets him the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Bringing the offense up to the line, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Walker going to motion over right. Throwing on second. Jackson. No place to go, so he just threw it away. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Slot man motioned over. 3rd and long for him here. This one's to Andrews outright. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down.
A loss of a yard.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke. Going to try this field goal for the Ravens. Ball in the right hash for this 36-yard look. Luke knocks it through. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Well, that's the type type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So as the Buccaneer offense heads back out, let's take a look at their coordinator, Zach Robinson. It's first year running the Bucs offense for the former NFL QB. He was with the rival Falcons the last 2 years. And before that, he was a trusted assistant of Sean McVay with the Rams. The tight end in motion now. Irving on the counter. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
So it'll be 2nd and long upcoming on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now here's Mayfield. It's caught right side by Johnson. Looks like about 7 on the completion before he headed out of bounds. 3rd down coming up.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Third and short, Mayfield. And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender timed it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and it's incomplete.
Riley Dixon getting set to punt it once again. He dodged the tackle, and it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And last drive left them in a little bit of limbo, Brock. They were happy to leave with points, obviously, but not happy that they had to settle for a field goal instead of a touchdown.
Coaches love to say, on offense, let every drive end in a kick. The bronze medal's a punt, silver medal's a field goal, and now they're going to be striving for that PAT, the gold medal. Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
The 47-yard line.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on 2nd down. Now here's Lamar. He's keeping it. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Lamar. The left side is nabbed by Bateman. And he's going to work this down to the 32. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the Buccaneers.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Picked up a few on that 1st down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. Now it's Lamar. Andrews with the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds after picking up a handful on that play. Moves him a little closer. It's 3rd down.
I got a hunch, as busy as this tight end has been here in the 1st half, this defense, they're going to make some adjustments, and I think it started right there. A whole lot tighter coverage that time.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Jackson looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. From the red zone now. Brought in. And in. Touchdown, Ravens! Zay Flowers in from 13 yards out.
Touchdown, Ravens!
Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
That is Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And we're back even, 10-all. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Tucker now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Bucs getting their offense out there just before halftime. They're going to have to be quick about anything that they want to do here, partner. Enough time for a few snaps at most. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Slot man's in motion right. Mayfield will look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And his effort after the catch gets him up near that marker. Gain of 9, Gronk. It's second down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on second. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. Down here after a gain of about 14 yards, it looks like. That's going to give them the first. Tampa spends its second timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Now Mayfield. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Tried getting it to Emeka Egbuka, so it'll be second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Throwing again is Baker. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. Near the sideline, he's going to be forced out after a gain of about 20. And that is good for a Buccaneer first down.
First down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Baker is set, first and 10. Now 7 and 10, throwing the football here early. Still sticking with the passing game. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the 2 keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
The Ravens take over.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Throwing here just before halftime. He lobs this up left sideline, looking for something big. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. McLaughlin has it on the tape, and he's ready to send this flying. Ali to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Raven offense heading out for this first series of the second half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be fiery to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Ravens to the line now, 1st and 10. And he takes it forward to maybe the 23. Zion McCollum on the side.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And the defense wise to that call there. The receiver wrapped up for no gain. Third down coming up.
The tackle by Benjamin Morrison. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
Now it's Jackson. And they come up empty on that third down. Would have been good for the first, but couldn't hang on through that hit. It is 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. That force, that contact separated man from ball.
Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. New set of downs for him from the 31. Give to Irving to start this drive. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. And lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. To throw is Mayfield. To the outside, this is caught by Godwin. This is close, but it looks like they got the stop in time. Yep, marked at the 40, and that brings up 3rd down.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
That's caught. It's Godwin again. He's going to be stopped just a couple yards beyond the line, but that is still good enough for the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down from the 42. Moving on the inside give. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. Short pass brought in. There's the tackle, but the damage already done. Give him about 23 on that play. And that is good for a Tampa Bay first down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. To throw, Mayfield. Hits him on the in route. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Hey, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Working on 2nd down, Mayfield. Right back to Ibuka, that's caught. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Catch made. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Here's Baker to throw. Catch made left side by Ibuka. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
Over the decades, you want to see elite defenses in the NFL. They have the big people that can run and the little people that will tackle. On that corner, well, he did his job there.
From the 5-yard line after the loss, 3rd and goal. Here's Baker. Has it in close. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 22-yard attempt.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And 3 points brings an end to 3 quarters. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flight. Here's Western on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Here's Lamar. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me that's always the start of a new battle, and defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Jackson looking to throw. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. Big play before they get to him. That one's going to pick up about 23. That's going to set up a Ravens first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. This one's to Andrews outright. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
This difference maker, well, he's up to 5 catches now for the game. And what I love about this, Kate, these are the contested catches. It may not show up as a lot of yardage, but these are the kind of catches you gain trust with the quarterback and much more importantly with the rest of your teammates.
Throwing on second, Lamar. Target is there, but it is incomplete. Defender saying, not on my watch. Making a hit to force that to the ground. It's 3rd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Jackson throwing here. Past the line, he's going to run for it. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
38-yard line.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Now it's Lamar. Finds him over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. Play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Jackson to throw it. That pass pulled in by Henry. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
On 2nd down, Jackson has his man. It's Smythe. And he's going to get about 3, but almost nothing after that. Tackle made quickly after he made the catch.
It's just kind of the type of play why you name a position like this tight end, because it's going to be tight throws in the contested windows, and you got to get the job done with people all around you.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Oh no, he lost control of another one. The Buccaneers pick it up. The 40 into the red zone, and he will take it back. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover, they were able to take back. They were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it. I felt it.
Yep.
Everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway. They wanted to one-up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
So up comes Mayfield and his offense. They're going for 2.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Here we go. Toss to the left side. And he isn't able to get in here. That lead's going to stay right where it is.
Buccaneers 22, Ravens 10.
And my car look unapproachable. Super clean, but it's super mean. She wanna ride with them cats. Count stacks, get fly, take trips, and that's that. Real rap, I let her get. She want and she feel that. Convertible drop feel, 87 the top pill. That.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's Western on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Baltimore running its offense out now. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefits.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the number one thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Ravens need to score quickly. Multiple ways to attack. Here's second and long. Lamar back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
The Buccaneers go to the nickel, third down. Now to throw. He's got his man. This is Walker. And he's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. Picks them up the first. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. Now here's Lamar. Cut out left. He turns the shallow catch into something more. Give him 8 yards. That sets up second and short.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Great start on that first down. Only need 2 here on second. Looking to throw, Jackson. Andrews has it, work in the middle. And they get this down to the 28. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
First and 10, gotta score immediately here. Only 1 timeout left and that clock winding down. Now Jackson. Hauled in by Bateman over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on second. He can run it. And it's going to be a final gain of about 11 yards as his work gives them a first and goal. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
At the 9-yard line.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Sends this one to and through the end zone. So that's incomplete. So it's going to bring up second down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Now a second down throw for Jackson. Throws caught. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. Here he is to throw. Drops back. And that puts this offense in a very tough situation now on fourth down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
So it's a win for the Buccaneers. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners as we say goodnight, everybody.